What's happening, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day out there. Fix my hair dead. Let me grab a charging cord real quick. Just realized my phone's on like 20%. Let's get that, let me get that remedied up real quick. I don't think that's going to reach. So I have to do it the other way. Maybe that'll do it. So I can get this charging cord going here. Do a little adjusting. What's up, everybody? I appreciate everybody coming in. I'm trying to get a phone on the charger right now, then I'll get it going. Appreciate everybody coming in. Hit that like button for me. Maybe that's charging, I hope. How's everybody doing out there? Oh, I'm not prepared. I'm like a real YouTuber now. I start my live, way before I'm ready to do anything on it. I guess I should heat up some food, and I seen some YouTubers do that, heat up some food, pick their nose, stuff like that. What's everybody doing out there? I'm in Minneapolis right now. I'm waiting to pick up a load here. Got here a little early, so trying to tried to get loaded early is the reason I showed up early, but you know how that goes sometimes. It's not always a good choice to show up early. Let's see here. Not always a good choice to show up early at the old cold storage, because sometimes it's a waste of time. Let's see who all's in here. Scottish trucker Tommy first in the house. What's up? What's up, Tommy? I appreciate you coming in. Everybody go check out Tommy. Good channel. Captain Flatbed got his notification. Captain Flatbed on the spot. He's having trouble with notifications, so glad he's in here. DIY Semi in the house. What's up? Captain Flatbed says, been a damn long day. Yeah, I started my day probably about 6 o'clock this morning. I had 3 deliveries, one in Wisconsin, one in rural Minnesota, then one in downtown Minneapolis, and then I went home, went out to eat, went and played a little bit, and then went and did a little shopping so I'd have some rations in the truck. I had to change a foot out on a load lock because they require 2 load locks here, and somebody ran over one of my load locks. I have 3 load locks, but I had 2 with bent feet, so I had to do a little switcheroo on that. And then by the time I got all that done, I was like, I'm just going to drive down to the old cold storage and see what's happening. Got this load. This load's going to Charlotte, North Carolina. Really good load. Good load. So yeah, it's been a long day. Dan in the house. Dan Teralecki says, hey. Trucker Wild in the house. What's up, Trucker Wild? Everybody go check out Trucker Wild. I like Trucker Wild. Got a good channel over there. Go give him a shot. Same way with DIY Semi. Give him a shot. That's a good channel. Oh, hang on a second. I gotta send a text real quick. Broker wants to know if I'm checked in yet, even though it's an hour before my appointment. I can already tell this guy's gonna bug me. He's called me pretty much like 3 times already today. I'm like, dude, like, I'm empty. I'm in Minneapolis. I'm like 15 minutes away. I will be there. Don't stress it. Like, they get worked up, man. Like, I will call you if anything goes wrong. I promise. You will be the first to know if shit hits the fan. Let's see here. Trigger Wild says Cash Man in the house. Yes, sir. Like doing these little pop-up lives here while I'm waiting on the cold storage to give me a call. The cold storage, man, they're getting detailed with their little questionnaire here. You know, have you traveled internationally? Have you got the sniffles? Have you ever ate chicken noodle soup on a Thursday? I'm like, I don't remember all this shit. Like, come on. Like, just put the stuff on the trailer and I'll get out of here. Like, it's pretty simple. Yeah, everybody hit that thumbs up. Captain Flatbed says hit the like button. Yes, sir. We got 14 people in the house, 5 likes. That number's a little out of ratio there. Let's see where we at. Captain Flatbed, like, yes, sir. Anthony Drummond in the house. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in, Anthony. Anthony says, "What's up, driver? Back from vacation now. I'm on my way up to the Bronx." That's one way to come back from vacation, straight to the Bronx. Gotta respect that. Trucker Wild TV says, "Hey, yo, DIY Semi." Yeah, DIY Semi's got a good channel over there. Ralph Floto says, "Good evening." Good evening, Ralph, from the cold storage here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Captain Flatbed says, "Fixing to order some tacos and cheese dip, Hurricane, West Virginia." All right, I'll take your word on that. I don't think Hurricane, West Virginia when I think tacos, but if you got a spot, you got a spot. You know, you never know. You can never rule a place out, man. You find those hidden gems, and it's the way to be. Let's see here. DIY Semi says, "How you living, Trucker Wild?" Let's see. Captain Flatbed, just read that one. Trucker Wild TV says, good things. All is well. Good to hear. Lone Star Transport, good evening. Captain Flatbed says, "Started getting again today. Crazy phones." Okay, now the broker wants to know the seal number and the temperature when I'm loaded. Like, damn, dude, damn, come on. Like, you hire a professional, let him do his job. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. I'll bug the hell out of them. Like, I play that game right back with them sometimes. Like, I will literally send them a location update like every 15 minutes just to mess with them. I'll tell them what the weather is, you know what I mean? I'll be like, you know, I made it to Eau Claire, Wisconsin. It's 59 degrees outside, you know. just nonstop. I'll send them pictures of, like, I'll take a snapshot of my weather app and just send it to them for no reason, you know. Just, like, two can play that game. I got unlimited data. And I got 2 phones, you know what I'm saying? I'm like Kevin Gates. I got 2 phones. So, let's see here. Captain Flatbed says, "Something up with stream lagging and repeating yourself." All right, yeah, I don't know. Is anybody else getting the laggy stream? Of course, I do repeat myself a lot, so. Let's see here. Crazy Horse says, "I made it late as usual. Better late than never." Yeah, I mean, I'm spinny wheel on this phone too, so that's kind of why I keep this second phone going, so I can see, like, when it's starting to lag. This phone does not like to be on the charger when I'm doing a live, but you know, it's got to be on there for a minute at least. It's at like 27%. Let's see. Big Dog says, "Hey, brother, be safe." Yeah, appreciate you coming in, Big Dog. Appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me. It makes it so I'm not so bored, and you know, it really helps. I'm not supposed to be alone with my own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see here. Captain Flatbed says, "Broker screwed me today. Picked up load expecting to deliver first thing in the AM. And he waited till after loading and tarping that I can't deliver till Wednesday at 9 a.m. They were all booked up for Tuesday." Oh, you got hit with that bill. Got hit them with that bill. Say, hey, here's what I'm making a day. So here's what a day of layover's worth. Um, I got that guy the other day. I sent him a $500 bill for holding me up for a day. Um, and I explained it all to him. I said, hey, I had to drive 80 miles past the location to go to my house and then 80 miles back. I had to pay for a day of reefer fuel. I had to pay, you wasted a day of my earnings, all this. I said, I want $500. The guy says, okay, well, it takes 45 days to approve it. I sent him an email back. I said, hey, I just marked it in my Google Calendar, 45 days from the day I sent you that bill. So I'll be hitting you up here in 45 days. Don't think I'm going to forget it. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but yeah, I'll let him know. You ain't going to push it off 45 days and I'll forget about it. I'll bug the life out of you. Captain Flatbed, hopefully that works out for you, man. That sucks when they get you like that. And they always do that, man. They know what they're doing. They wait till you load it and you tarp it, or, you load it and you're like, ready to go. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you're screwed. So yeah, those are always fun. Let's see, where we at? It says, Trigger Wild TV says, Cash, which way are you heading? I'm going down to Charlotte right now. I ain't even looked at it on a map, I'll be honest with you. I booked the best paying load I could find, and actually I didn't find it. I called in yesterday afternoon and said, hey, I'm going to be empty in Minneapolis, and I need to run. I need to go, and I need big money. And I give them the whole spiel. Meatloaf, I'm like Meatloaf, I won't do it for love, but for money we'll negotiate it. You know what I'm saying? Well, we can work it out. So I give them my Meatloaf speech. I call that my Meatloaf speech. Meatloaf won't do that for love. Me neither. I won't do it for love, but for money, call me, we'll talk. So yeah, they got this one to Charlotte. It's one pick, one drop, and it's high speed, no drag. It's going from one warehouse to another warehouse, and it's 0 degrees. 0 degrees. So I got the trailer pre-cooling right now, and we're finna do it real big. This is gonna be an exempt load, so hell, I'll probably run it hard tonight, you know what I mean? Like, I'll probably go till I get tired. That's the beauty of running through a place like Wisconsin. I love running through Wisconsin because you can run until you're tired in Wisconsin. Because there is literally a truck stop every 5 to 10 miles, and there are big rest areas like every 40 to 60 miles. You never got to stress a parking spot in Wisconsin. I like that. I can make money doing that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Where was I at? Captain Flatbed said, LOL, glad I'm not the only one that bugs. Yeah, no, man. When they wait on some bull crap like that, oh man, you know what I mean. And I hit them with that bill. Man. I don't even play. I tell them, I don't do this for the fun of it. I'm not out here to truck for, shits and giggles and to tell stories. I'm out here for one thing and one thing only, and that's to stack $100 bills neatly on top of $100 bills. And, that's it. That's all I got. And if you impede my ability to do that, then I hit you with a bill. Just plain and simple. Plain and simple. Let's see here. Anthony Drummond says, driver, your cost per day, or it doesn't pertain to you. Yeah, you got to know your numbers. Like, you really do. You got to know your fuel cost per mile. You need to know your a good round. I mean, it's hard to know you need to know your overhead per day. Like, I got a good number that I gotta make it every day. Like, it don't stop. And you know what I mean? I pay myself a salary, and I know what my salary is every day, and it ain't cheap. And yeah, the electric bills don't stop, the phone bills don't stop. You just got to get it. You just got to get it. Let's see here. Patrick Bonner in the house. What's up, Patrick? I ain't seen you in a couple days. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate everybody coming in. 16 people in the house, 12 likes. Come on, guys. Poke on that like button like it's your prom date for me. Let's see here. Captain Flatbed says, yep, already sent it. He responded, but he ain't happy. Yeah, hey, say, misery loves company. You made me miserable, so now I'm coming back at you. And says, I replied back, I ain't happy either to lose a day. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? The market's hot right now, man. You know what I mean? What's that average flatbed rate across the country right now? Probably like $250 a mile. Like, I mean, people are trying to get this stuff moved. It's been on back order and it's been pinned up, and you know what I mean? People want to get these projects done before winter rolls around. I mean, it's rare that I look at flatbed loads, but I would say this time of year, pretty good. I would say they're pretty damn good. K-Save in the house, the guru. What's up, K-Save? Thanks for coming in, man. I always like seeing K-Save here. He's one of my YouTube subscribers that I've actually met in real life, and good guy. I like K-Save. How's the truck running, K-Save? You get that Volvo back to making money yet? Trickle Wild TV, what's up? Says they always seem to make mistakes, but it's never in the driver's favor. Ain't that the damn truth? It's never like on Monopoly, bank error in your favor. Ain't no bank error in our favor. Ain't no broker errors in our favor. Kangaroo Trucker in the house. What's up, Kangaroo Trucker? Says, what did I miss? Not much. We're chilling at cold storage. We're waiting on a 8:30 appointment. So 8:30. I think one thing they sent me said 8 o'clock. The text they sent me said 8:30. So, I'm checked in. I'm good to go. Trailer's pre-cooled to zero. We're trying to make money. We're just trying to make money. But they ain't making it easy on us. Turn this truck off a little bit. I don't know if y'all can hear me better or not now. But, yeah, Lone Star Transport in the house. You should be able to get a load back out of Charlotte area. Good freight zone. Yeah. I was impressed with this rate coming out of here. And, I need something straight back because I got to be back for the weekend. Got a baby birthday, and I hate missing those baby birthdays. But, hopefully we can get back. If we got to celebrate on Sunday, we celebrate on Sunday. The way we got it set up, it's not going to be a big party because, COVID and everything. So, and he's too young to know it's his birthday. So if we tell him it's his birthday on Sunday, he ain't gonna know the difference. He don't even know what a birthday is. All he knows is he's been promised ice cream, and as long as I deliver on the ice cream promise, I believe he will still love me. Let's see here. Yeah, but I think I should do good out of Charlotte. I hope. Captain Flatbed says, crazy how many owner-operators don't try negotiating. They just take what's offered and go. Yeah, that's a big part of these apps and stuff. I think, it takes out a lot of the negotiating. Now, given, it's not always you can get the price you want, but, I mean, like on the load I delivered this morning, the broker asked me, what can you do it for? It was from Wisconsin. It had 3 stops on it. I picked it up yesterday afternoon, and they wanted it delivered 3 stops by 1 p.m. today. And I was like, hey, that's right up my alley. I love multi-stop. I love, good paying, short loads like that. And the guy said, I said, hey, it's like 400 miles. I said, $1,400. That's like $350 a mile. And he said, how close can you get to $1,200? And I said, $1,400. That's as close as I'm getting to $1,200. I told you my price. You asked me what I would do it for. I told you. And then you try to lowball me. No, I told him $1,400 is as low as I'm going. I don't have to run that load, That's the way I look at it. It's not like your $1,400 load is going to make or break my month, Um, let's see here. Where was I at? Yeah, more owner operators need to negotiate. That's for sure. Um, for sure. K Save says can't go to Wisconsin without getting fresh cheese curds. Ain't that the truth? Oh man. Um, what are they doing over here? These people trying to run into each other and wreck these trucks. Like this guy can't wait 2 seconds for this guy to pull out of this door. No patience. No patience. Um, but yeah, I'll tell you right now, uh it's called the North Point Travel Plaza. It's on 94 exit 115. 115. That's after the split at you know wait, no, yes, no, no, yes, no. No, that's like right past Madison if you're going to Minneapolis. So that's like at the 115. It's a BP truck stop. Man, they got a selection of cheese and beef jerky, venison jerky, elk. I always get the elk sticks. They got elk sticks and cheese curds. Man, they probably got 300 different kinds of cheese. Like any kind of cheese you can imagine they got. They got like some 20-year-old cheddar cheese. I mean, they got some really nice cheese in there for it to be a truck stop. So that's where I always stop and load up on cheese. Let's see here. Kangaroo Trucker says in California. Oh, sorry to hear that. Just kidding. TA has crap cell signal in Barstow. I always try to go to that Love's right there because I get their Wi-Fi. I find their Wi-Fi is a little better than, but yeah, I remember staying there. Had crappy signal. Let's see here, Captain Flatbed, Wisconsin, cheese. Yeah, it ain't easy being cheesy unless you're in Wisconsin. Then it's super easy. And I always like getting these. Let me see. I think I got one. You can get these pretty much nationwide now. These things like this. It's like cheese curds and beef sticks. Cheese curds and sticks, Wisconsin Cheese Company. Those are a good way to be. I always grab those. That little thing's like $6-7 at Love's. They normally sell them at Love's nationwide. So I like grabbing those. As keep those in the truck. I just put them in a Ziploc bag after I open them, and I leave them there in the door so I can grab them. When I'm driving, I can just reach back and grab them. Let's see here. Captain Flatbed said rate's not too bad. I got a few customers I do pretty regular, and they never drop rates on me, but other loads are getting a little better. Yeah, that's the way it is here. We got some customers that during the COVID times, man, I was super glad we had them. But you're definitely going to do better on the spot market right now, because those customers, they're paying like $2.50 a mile going out, and then coming back it's about like $1.75 or $2, and you can do better on the spot market right now. But I don't mind running those loads because it's like it's still well worth running. And when times get rough, like back in the middle of the COVID thing, people were really wanting those, because $2.50 a mile back in March and April was like people were killing each other for $2.50 a mile, and they're long runs. They're like 1,500-mile runs. Let's see here. Patrick Bonner says when you've got your money made, take a trip over to Ireland. Okay, yeah. The old lady's pushing for a trip to Hawaii right now, so I got a feeling the next place I go is going to be Hawaii. So, because whatever she says, I do. My My mother-in-law was giving me a hard time one time. She says, when she says jump, you say how high. I looked at her right now. I said, when she says jump, I jump as high as I can. I don't even ask questions. My mother-in-law was like, she's Korean. She was like, oh, it's like that, is it? And I said, yeah, it's like that. Oh, man. K-Save says, new ECM. All right, we're getting the Volvo. Talking about K-Save's Volvo here. New truck ECM, $3,700. Miscellaneous repair bill for $680. Brand new drives and stems, $23.38. Truck's good to go. We are out here. Prayers answered right there. Prayers answered. Yeah, man, I'm glad you got her back going right, making money. You know, sometimes when you got a truck like that, it's just, you know, it just needs some love. It just needs some love. You know what I mean? Like, because, I mean, look what you got into that. You got what, say, $6,000-$7,000. You ain't gonna go buy another truck for $6,000 or $7,000. So sometimes you got to show the old girl some love. Patrick Bonner says $1,400 including lumpers. On that load I did this morning, that was a dry load. There were no lumpers. I don't pay for lumpers either way. I never pay for lumpers. If it's a driver pays for lumpers, don't even bother with it. Cause I ain't risking it, you know. I send in the receipt. I expect to get reimbursed for it. And I try not to even pay for it. I just call the broker and say, hey, I need an EFS check for, you know, whatever, $200. Cause your load has a lumper fee on it, you know. But yeah, on that $1,400 load, that was a dry load. That was printed material like junk mail. Yeah, 3 stops, 1 pick, 3 stops. Captain Flatbed says, yeah, they don't ask me what I'll do for then lowball it. Yeah, don't ask me, because you got a load that needs to be picked up on a Sunday and it needs to be delivered 3 stops Monday morning. And then you're going to say, well, what will you do it for? You know, obviously you ain't been getting calls on it because the thing had been on there since, like, you know, Saturday, Friday, whenever, you know. I mean, it was up in Wisconsin. Now, you know, I don't know, I had about a 20 or 30 mile deadhead out of Milwaukee to go up there and get it. And, you know, it was just like, I was on the south side of Milwaukee. I had to go through Milwaukee. I think it was, I don't know, I did double check that on that length of deadhead. I'll have it in the video when I talk about it. But yeah, you know, it's like, you got a load that needs to be picked up on a Sunday, there's a premium. For me, a load that picks up on a weekend, premium. Right off the bat, I'm charging more. Just because I know my competition's down. You know what I mean? A lot of guys are sitting on loads until Monday, so they're not empty on it. You know, I had a load that delivered on a Sunday at, you know, 2 a.m. Sunday morning. And I like that it delivered like that, because I knew, hey, if there is a load around, I'm not going to have much competition in getting it. So yeah, you got to hit them when you got a chance. Patrick Bonner says, what's elk like? Elk is really good. I get the elk sticks. I can't remember the brand of them, but they sell elk sticks at a lot of TA. Like in the cold, like they'll have like a little open cold cooler and they'll have elk sticks in them. Not all of them, like the upper Midwest, like Minnesota, Wisconsin, some of the Illinois, they'll have elk sticks. And I mean, they're kind of like beef sticks, but they just, you know, they got a little bit of a different taste. They're really good. The venison's really good. Let's see here. But yeah, definitely worth a try. I'll say that. I would definitely, I would recommend you try it. Let me kick on this, let me see how loud it is with the window cracked a little bit. It's getting a little warm in here. It's a nice breeze outside today. Is that noise from that guy's reefer there? Is that bothering y'all? Let me know. If it is, I'll just crank the truck and let the air run. But damn, that's a nice breeze. Oh man, that's nice. Let's see here. Captain Flatbed says man nose make for a awesome 75-mile-an-hour snack. Yeah, yeah. I was talking in my last video about doing 500 miles a day. I was like, 500 miles a day ain't that big a deal. And some guy was like, well, I guess if you've got an ungoverned truck, 500 miles a day is not that big a deal. And I was trying to explain to him in the comments that if you do 62.5 mile an hour average for 8 hours, that's 500 miles. Like if you do 55 mile an hour for 9 hours, that's 500 miles. So you don't have to go fast to get 500 miles a day. I don't know, 500 miles a day just doesn't really seem it seems like a pretty average day to me. Like hell, if you're even logging your loads, if you're running a logbook, 500 miles a day should be pretty doable even in a company truck. Because he thought it was a big deal that I did like 3,500 miles in a week. And I'm like, in a 7-day work week, 3,500 miles really ain't that much. It's kind of, there's some guys that would blow that out of the water, So, I don't know. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Let's see here. Oh, where was I at? Captain Flatbed says Ireland is amazing, awesome sights. Yeah, I got to get over there. I may have to take 2 vacations next year. I may have to go to Hawaii. I'm thinking Hawaii, like when the weather's miserable here, like in January or February, bouncing on this Minnesota winter and getting over to Hawaii. Let's see here. Captain Flatbed says Cork, Waterford, and Dublin. We went along the coast. All right, yeah. Definitely interested in it. Definitely something I want to try. Let's see here. DG Trucker DN says I got a CPU running next to me and it's awful. Just when I thought I was going to get some sleep. What, an APU? Is that an autocorrect on an APU? Yeah, I don't know, man. I could sleep through about anything at this point, you know what I mean? Like my last truck had an APU on it. Well, my last Freightliner had an APU on it. And, I run reefer, so, it's always loud in here to me. When it's hot out, I idle this truck. So, between this truck idling, what really bothers me about an APU, and it's not all of them, but some of them, man, it's like the exhaust is just like, it's like there's diesel just pouring out of the exhaust. You can smell it so bad. And like I like to pop my vents in the back when I sleep and just let the air move through. Especially like, tonight it's supposed to get down into the like 60s. I don't like idling the truck. I'd rather just pop the vents. But man, I park next to some people sometimes. And Walmart trucks are really bad for it. I don't know if Walmart takes the APUs off of their trucks and like their used trucks and puts it on their new trucks. I don't know if they're doing that or what, but man, the Walmart always seems like, man, you can just smell that diesel. I have to close the vents whenever I park next to those. There's other companies that are the same way, but I really noticed it on the Walmart ones. Let's see here. Where were we at? Captain Flatbed says, Patrick, we spent almost 3 weeks. We just went whenever we didn't really have a set plan. All right, yeah. Yeah, that's a nice vacation, 3 weeks. I don't think I've ever went on a 3-week vacation, but I like at least, like a full week, maybe 10 days, depending on where I'm going. Like when I went over to Amsterdam, the first time I went for like 5 days, and then the second time I went for like 7 or 8 days, because you'd lose like a half a day traveling, you know what I mean? So the next time I went for a full 2 weeks, and that's the way to do it, because then you get acclimated. Then you got some, like you got like, you know, a good, 10 days of enjoying yourself, before you got to start traveling again. But yeah, I definitely want to check out Ireland. Patrick Bonner says, should have hit Dongle. That's my 20. Sarah Jessica Parker has a holiday home in Dongle. Okay. There's a subdivision close to where I used to live in Minneapolis. That the subdivision was called Dongle. Let's see here. Captain Flatbed, we did Wicklow as well. That was a cool area. DG Trucker DN says stupid loud. Yeah. Yeah, some of these guys some of these APUs are very inconsiderate. Like I said, if that reefer over there is too loud, guys, let me know. I'll roll these windows up. I'm over here soaking up the air from the breeze. We got a nice breeze out tonight. Wicklow is our New Jersey Garden State. All right. DG Trucker DN, I'm not idling tonight. It's nice and cool. Yeah, I actually had to kick the heater on this morning. It got down in like 50, 51 last night in Wisconsin. And I woke up this morning and, the truck, and I was pulling a dry load, so I didn't have the heat from the reefer unit. Because that you can, like if that reefer unit's running hard all night, like if it's on like, a continuous run, it definitely adds heat to the truck. You know what I mean? Like it's an engine running right behind the truck, so it definitely creates heat for the truck. But last night I didn't have that running, and the truck got really cool really quick, and yeah, it was chilly. I kicked that heater on this morning, that bunk heater. I think running up here, that's kind of the way. I only bought this truck because I liked the setup of this truck, and I was kind of thinking maybe I should get an APU put on it, but I think just having a bunk heater on it's enough, because like, you idle some in the summer, but once winter rolls around, you got the bunk heater, and that bunk heater, last year I ran that bunk heater down to, like, as long as it stayed above zero outside, as long as it was above zero, I just ran the bunk heater. Now, when it got down to zero or lower, I would let the truck run so my fuel didn't gel. But, I buy treated fuel, and then if I'm questioning the fuel at all, if I think there's still untreated fuel in there, I throw the treatment to it. It's just treatment's cheap versus, treatment is cheap versus, having to lose a load or rebook a load or something, reschedule something because your fuel gelled. So, yeah. Let's see here. Captain Flatbed says, Patrick, we're going to go again in 2021 for 2 weeks. Oh, man, that sounds nice. Patrick says, I hear you snore as bad as me. Yeah. I ain't never had nobody wake me up in a truck stop and say, hey, will you stop snoring? Let's see here. DG Trucker DN, it's vibrating my floor. Oh man, yeah, I parked next to those guys before. This reefer unit had a vibration, like a rattle in it, and man, I dug through that thing. I found that damn little piece of metal that was rattling. It was on a hinge, and it was like it had a pin, and then what do they call that? Like a Carter key? I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying it right. It's like a pin with a hole in it, and you push the little metal pin, the little metal like wire. God, I sound like a total I sound like a teenage girl trying to describe this. I know. I cannot think of what that's called. But anyway, it was like hanging down, rattling against something. It took me forever to find that. And I don't even know if it was really bothering anybody. It was bothering the hell out of me, though. So I had to dig in there, and because I don't want to be that guy that you can hear his reefer unit, if you walk out of the truck stop, you can always hear that one guy's reefer unit. Or um, I used to have an APU, and that top piece of metal, that diamond plate aluminum, was like bent up, and that thing, you could hear that thing vibrating a mile away. I was like, I put so many self-tapping screws through that thing. I mean, it was a pain in the butt whenever you had to take it off, but it finally stopped it from rattling. Let's see here. Anthony Drummond, what happened to the comments? I don't know. We're getting comments, aren't we? I hope so. 13 in the house. Everybody hit that like button for me if you could. I appreciate it. Is that too loud? I don't know. If y'all can hear that truck's running. Yeah, that's Trucker Wild's old home right there. That's Bay and Bay. Bay and Bay. I think Trucker Wild used to work for them. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want me saying that. I don't know. I think I've seen one of their trucks in one of his videos though. So maybe I'm not speaking out of school. I hope not. Let's see. Patrick Bonner says, great dongle Easter to August. Pretty good long evenings, bright until 10 p.m. Oh, that's nice. Lone Star Transport in the house. I sleep better with a little noise in the background. Yeah, as long as it's like nice steady noise, you know. I'll tell you the ones that bother me is the guys that have the International Pro Stars, that have the Opti Idle where the truck cuts on. Oh my God, dude, those trucks come on and they rev to like 1100 RPMs for like 15 minutes and then they turn off. It's that revving up that kills me. Wakes me up every time. I just don't get why these guys sit here and idle their truck like that. It's a nice, cool night outside. You know, like it's like super nice out. It's like, I don't know, 60 something degrees right now here. And he's got an APU. Yeah, this is saying it's 73 degrees. I don't think it's 73 degrees. This thing's probably not updated. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you would just sit there and idle that new truck like that. Oh, let's see here. Where we at? Patrick Bonner says, great. Dungle, pronounced Donegal. Okay, Donegal. Yeah, English ain't my best language. So appreciate that. Donegal, Easter, just read that one. Sleep better with a little background noise. Pronounced Donegal. Biscuit C in the house. What's up, Biscuit? Appreciate Biscuit C coming in. Says, hey, Paul Harris. Hey there. Appreciate you coming in, Paul. Biscuit C, Arizona is hot AF today. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Arizona don't let go of that summer like we do up here in Minnesota. We done said bye to summer. It was perfect today, man. Like 75, about a 5-mile-an-hour breeze. Oh my goodness, it was gorgeous out. I went downtown, walked around, went out to eat. It was nice. It was really nice. Let's see here. DG Trucker DN says, they are a waste of money, cheaper to run your truck. Yeah, the last truck I had that had an APU on it, when that APU got some hours on it, it just became a total runaround. The radiator hose was leaking, the alternator went out, this, that, and the other went out, then what else? The belt broke, I don't know. I think the person who had it before me did not maintain it very well. Because when I had the oil changed on it the first time, it was pretty rough. Let's see here. Patrick Bonner, cheaper than downtime. Yeah. True. I mean, it depends. Like I said, to me, an APU is kind of a break even. It's like if I had found the truck I wanted and it had an APU on it, um, yeah, I wouldn't cry about it. Like, I would be happy that it had an APU. But to buy one and put one on a used truck is a real stretch for me. Especially where I run. Being up here in Minnesota, like, uh, I mean, I know good and well I didn't idle enough this summer to justify getting an APU. Um, let's see here. Anthony Drummond says the live feed got stuck. I missed the comments. Didn't hear my question about your cost per day. Oh, did I miss it? Let me go check. Let me go back and check, Anthony. All right, we're back. Yeah, I'm searching for your comment here, Anthony. I mean, you can ask it again if you want. Okay, it says, driver, do you know your cost per day, or it doesn't pertain to you? Yeah, I was saying, yeah, it must have glitched when I talked about that. Yeah, I was saying I definitely got my like overhead cost per day. I know, because I pay myself a salary every week, and the way I like to do that is, that helps me know my cost per day. I know my overhead, my truck, my insurance, my salary, things like that. And then, you got to know your cost per mile on top of that. So, you got to know your numbers. It's just how it is. It's like, you can be an owner operator and not know your numbers, but yeah, you gotta to be successful, to get ahead, you got to stay ahead. And by that I mean, you got to know what you're doing. If it's working, if it is, run it. If it's not, you need to change directions. So, yeah, knowing your numbers in any business is a key part of any business. So yeah, I definitely know my cost per day. Biscuit C, get you a little home AC unit and run some jumper cables from your reefer to your truck and run that AC unit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just don't idle enough to make it worth doing a whole lot, Like, I know guys that get generators, I mean, I've got room on the frame to put a good sized toolbox to put a generator in, and to buy home AC, the indoor AC, and vent it out the passenger window. I've looked into that, but the more summer went on, I was like, I'm just not idling a lot. This truck is well insulated, I think. I mean, it does really good. And in the windows, I put the thank you, Anthony. Super chat, $10, Anthony. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. But I put the reflective things in the windows to reflect the sun out, and then I close my curtains on top of that, so the windows aren't really that bad of an exposure. And it's like I can idle the truck for about an hour and then turn it off, and I'm good. And that's like during the day I'll do that, and then at night I just let it run. I mean, it really ain't that big a deal. It uses about 7/10 of a gallon per hour. So if I idle it for 10 hours, it uses about 7 gallons of fuel. So, it's really not eating me alive. I change my oil like more often than is required, just because I've always had that mindset, like, what's it really hurting to change oil a little sooner than later. Because I like to keep clean fuel filters, and I like to keep, this truck has a bypass oil system on it, so I know I'm getting really nice clean oil going through it. So I really don't worry about the idling it a little bit more. This truck, when it idles, the air compressor doesn't just keep going, it doesn't just keep airing up and dropping, airing up and dropping. That's not running a lot, so I'm really not that afraid of it, to be honest with you. So yeah. Let's see here. Where was that? Da-da-da-da-da. Dang, I'm way behind. Arizona, yeah, okay, I'm past that. Yeah, a little home AC unit. Yeah, I've looked into those. Um, a home AC unit would be AC though. I have to have an inverter to jump that off of the reefer, wouldn't I? Have to put an inverter in there somewhere. Uh, let's see. Patrick Bonner says, no, that truck okay. Paul Harris, it's a dull hum. Yeah. Uh, DG says it's in Carlisle, PA, the APU that's rattling his floor. I had one like that a while back, man. That I had a guy parked next to me, and his APU was like, it was so, the vibration off of it was so bad. I could feel it like when I laid in bed. I could feel the vibration off of his APU. You know, I just went with it. You know what I'm saying? Nah. but but yeah, it's annoying, man. The one that gets me though, like I said, it's the one where you can smell the diesel fumes out of the exhaust. Like, oh my god, I hate it when it's like that. Appreciate everybody coming in. By the way, everybody 19 in the house, 20 in the house, 20 likes. Everybody hit that thumbs up for me if you could. If you're not subscribed, maybe think about it. Think about it. Don't cost you nothing. As people on YouTube, I've heard them say it don't cost you nothing, and I thought about it. I'm like, they are right. It doesn't cost you anything. Patrick Bonner says, yep, you got it, Cash. Paul Harris, his APU is broken and the company won't repair it. When they bitch about the idle, he can tell them to fix it. Yeah, that's what I would do. You know, as a driver, I'm not gonna sit here and be miserable. You know, like when I drove for Averitt Express, the first truck they gave me when I started there was an older truck, and it didn't have an APU on it, and you know, I ran all the miles they gave me, but then at the end of the week they would bitch and go, well, your idle time was 35%, and they wanted like 25% or less, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if I'm sitting in the middle of Houston, Texas, or Dallas in the middle of June, middle of July, and you want me to sleep during the day so I can run a load at night, I'm idling it. Get over it. Like, And it wasn't long after that, they gave me a truck. They traded in that truck, got one with an APU. So, yeah, be comfortable. That's the main thing. Get your rest. If they don't like it, tell them, say, well, I can't drive if I'm not rested. Captain Flatbed, my APU does pretty good, only smell it on a really cold start. Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. It's a small diesel engine when you start it up, but, you got some of these, man, that like, I was watching a guy on YouTube the other day, and he was showing his APU, and where the exhaust comes out, the exhaust came out and turned down, and there was like a wet spot on the ground after he had, got up the next morning, and I'm like, is that diesel fumes on the ground? I mean, I don't know, it could have been whatever, but I was just thinking, whew, boy, if that's diesel fumes, that's one of those guys that burned me alive. Let's see here. Oh, man. I don't know why this thing keeps jumping around on me. Broken, yeah. Yeah, like I said, if I had an APU, I wouldn't be crying about it. I like them, but putting one on a used truck is kind of like, I don't know. Patrick Bonner, 2 a.m. here in Donegal. Wow, nice, 2 a.m. Okay. It's 8:10 here where I'm at. 8:10 p.m. Got an 8:30 appointment. Boy, they are not in any kind of hurry. I was kind of hoping they would get me in and turn me out. I wanted to put down some miles tonight, but I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, so probably not going to have a whole lot of motivation left in me by the time I sit here and get loaded. I'm picking up 31 pallets, 38,000 pounds, 31 pallets. So, gonna have to double stack a few of them, looks like. Paul Harris says, I had a truck that was set to the temperature. It wouldn't let you idle if it was cool, but the pain was when you stuck to the sheets with the humidity. Yeah, yeah, that's a bruiser. Um, Someone did tell me a little trick one time on a Cascadia. Um, the temp sensor is behind the mirror on the driver's side. There's a little nipple sticking out underneath your mirror. That's your temp sensor. And if your truck cuts off because of that temp sensor, uh, all you got to do is turn that mirror all the way to the inside so you can get at it from the like from the outer edge, and you can reach back in there and you can unhook the wiring harness that goes to that temp sensor, and your truck will flash a code about a temp sensor, but it won't shut your idle down. So don't do that if your company doesn't want you messing with their equipment. But I'm just saying, if you're in a bind, like if you're in the middle of Wyoming and it's like you're going to freeze to death, I had a friend of mine that was out there, and his truck had that, and it kept shutting down, and it was like -5 degrees, and the thing kept shutting off. Like they wouldn't let him idle at all, and the bunk heater wouldn't keep it warm. And I told him, I said, well, unhook that wiring harness on that temp sensor and run that truck all night. What are you gonna do? Sit there and freeze to death? It ain't worth it. I got my truck set where it'll idle for till it runs out of fuel. This truck don't turn off. There are times I wish it would have. There's times I wish it did, but for the overall, I prefer them just to run. I really do. Let's see here. Patrick, we gonna do a different route when we come back to Ireland. I'll research and find a couple points of interest. What's a good spot for old backwoods country folk? Patrick Bonner says, shh, Cash Taxman could be watching. If the Taxman's watching, I love you, guy. I love you. Paul Harris says, Revenue R. Yeah. The Reverend of Revenue. Captain Flatbed says, Opti Idle sucks. I hate being next to that. There's a couple companies that, Boyd Brothers, the flatbed company Boyd Brothers, I will not park next to one of their trucks that are international. I won't do it because that thing will start 50 times during the night. And every time it starts, it'll idle at about 500-600 RPMs for about a minute, and then it'll jump all the way up to like 1,500 RPMs. Can't do it. And I parked next to a Crete truck the other day that was like that, a new international Crete truck. He had that same thing, man. That joker kicked on like 10 times in the night. And I mean, it literally sounds like somebody's trying to blow an engine. It's craziness. I had that on an international when I was with USA Truck back in like 2006, 2007. I hated that. And they would call me and they'd say, well, your idle time's too high. And I'm like, I'm using the damn Opti idle. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I'm like, I've been in Canada for 2 weeks. Like, because I was going from Detroit to Toronto, I was just going back and forth. I was relaying trailers is what I was doing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm spending like, and this is like November, December. I'm like, yeah, the truck's idling a lot. It's cold out. Get used to it. I was like, give me an APU. Patrick Bonner says, Kilcar South. Oh man, I'm gonna murder these names. There you go, Captain Flatbed. I'll just let you read those if you want to take a screenshot of those. Let me give them a few try here. I'll just skip over them to the one I know. Donegal is okay. Donegal, nice for food. Largest town in South Donegal. Innishowen. Oh man, no, not even gonna try it. Captain Flatbed said he needs to be informed he's not taking advantage of his top-notch equipment. LOL, no idle with APU, damn fuel waster. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I don't know what the deal is. That's a Freightliner like mine, I don't understand, man. It's like beautiful out with this breeze, man. Kick those windows down a little bit. I'm getting like the best breeze coming through here. As you can see, I have stopped perspiring. You know what I mean? It's nice and cool out there. Let's see here. Let's see. Patrick Bonner says flatbed Donegal town is good for accommodation and food. Love my APU Thermo King. It's been a good unit. Yeah, I mean they're good, man. I mean I ain't knocking on an APU. I wish I had one, but I can get them. I can get a certified, remanned one, which probably done with Chinese parts, with a 6-month warranty for $3,500. A Carrier or a Thermo King, and totally remanned, 6-month warranty, $3,500, 1,500 install. So for $5,000, I can have one put on, but it's a tough push for me. The bunk heater really gets it done in the winter. Let's see here. Paul Harris says, saw a truck with this windowless AC. He modified one of those window screens to run the hose out. Yeah, I looked into that. The indoor AC, the windowless. I was going to do the same thing. I was just going to get a little sheet of plywood and cut it out to fit, my window, and then nail 2 pieces of plywood on the bottom. That way it would just kind of fit over my window, and then I could slide it up into my window. Where my window goes up in my door. I was going to get like a 1/4-inch sheet of plywood, just cut a hole in it, make a vent exhaust. I was just going to leave the AC unit up here in front of the passenger seat, when it was out, not being used. I got it all thought out, but then I was like, I don't know. Let's run it for one summer without it and see how I do. And I really don't think I needed it after I ran it for a summer without it, because I was in Texas, Florida, I idled some, but it just didn't add up to be, anywhere near what an APU cost. Let's see. Patrick says, you got the pronunciation of Donegal spot on. Okay. Well, I'm glad that's one thing I got. I appreciate you teaching me something today, A day where you don't learn nothing is a wasted day, as I was told in school. So today was not a wasted day. Thank you, Patrick. I like having subscribers and people that watch my videos that are smarter than me. That way, I learn stuff from them. Hey, I think we're at an all-time record, 26 likes. Thank you, everybody. 15 people in the house, 26 likes. Thank you. I think that was my record the other night. I got up like mid-20s. So, thanks. I appreciate it. I like when they get up there like that. Let's see here. Condensation on the ground from the AP you mentioned. Yeah, it was like right out of the exhaust tube though, because like he didn't have like a Thermo King. I don't know what kind of APU he had, but it was the exhaust came out and ran down the side and then turned down. And right below that, where his exhaust was, there was like a round. It wasn't like a puddle. It was like that exhaust had left that mark on the ground. So I didn't know if his APU wasn't running very efficient, but I don't think it was condensation. It wasn't like a puddle. It was like when a truck is has a lot of blow by or a lot of exhaust fumes. Let's see here. Captain Flatbed says, Patrick, my ancestors are Irish and Scottish, so I'm taking my family to learn their roots. Okay, that's a good deal. Alright guys, I've been on here for over an hour. I got about 10 minutes before my appointment time. I'm finna hop off here and wait on this phone call. So yeah, and 28 likes, guys. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate everybody taking the time to hit that thumbs up for me. I'll run through these comments real quick before we hop off of here and see what, make sure, we don't leave no questions unturned. Let's see here. Patrick Bonner says, Paul Harris, there's Harris's living in Donegal. They're into rally motorsports driving. Okay. Paul Harris says, I searched for that sensor for years. That's what somebody told me it was in the Freightliners, like the Cascadias. Somebody told me it was in there, and I looked, and there is that little nipple. under there, so I'm pretty sure that's where the temp sensor is. Because I notice when I park my truck in the afternoon, if there's heat coming out from under my fairings up the side, my temperature on the truck will show like 100 degrees, and it'll be like 80 degrees outside. So that temp's coming up the side of the truck, I believe is what's going on. Oh, let's see here. Patrick Bonner, C flatbed. They're, ooh, yeah, they're Scots. We'll put it that way. Let's see here. Captain Flatbed. Oren was my original last name. Over the years, we dropped the O. Now just Ryan. Ryan. Jesus Christ, man, I'm so illiterate. Ryan. Ryan was my name. What did I say? Oren? It's pitiful, man. Pitiful. Public schools. Get your kids out of public schools. Oh, man, it's pitiful. It's pitiful. My family left Europe in the 1600s for Boston's in Maine. Donegal town is largest town in, let's see, good hotels, food, good breakfast in the Blueberry. All right. Patrick Bonner says, Paul, wow, you traced that. Biscuit C in the house. You haul a generator around? No, I don't haul a generator around. Are you talking about the reefer unit? That's about the only thing I haul around. Paul Klein says, thanks for answering my question the other day. Yeah, no problem, Paul. I'm glad I can help people, man. You know, somebody asked me if I do mentorships, and I really don't. I do them here on the channel, you know what I mean? Like, with all these lives, you know, people have questions. You can ask questions. You know, there's really smart guys in the chat that can help you as well as if I can't, you know? So, yeah, I'm glad I could help, but yeah, I would rather, instead of doing like a mentorship, I would rather answer the questions here. That way other people can watch it and see it, you know, instead of charging you, you know, $100 to make a phone call, you know, I'd rather just put it out here and, you know, because that's what the channel's all about. The channel's about trying to help people, you know, get to the money. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't want to charge you to help you be a better money maker and provider. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Patrick Bonner says, we're learning from you too. Yeah, I mean, it's a community here, you know what I mean? Paul Harris says, 5,000 is 50% off the APU, but that's a lot of idling over the years. They use a half a gallon an hour. A good Thermo King, my Thermo King used to say it used about, I think it was like a quart. It was less than a quart an hour. I think it said you could run it for like 10 hours on 2 gallons or something like that. So, let's see. Yeah, 50% off 5K. I mean, it's a remanufactured one, you know what I mean? It's all been redone, but, I mean, I thought about it. I just, you know, like, I'm kind of in the mindset of I'm not trying to keep trucks for a long time, you know, like, they're just not meant to be, you know, like trucks of old, you know, like go 1.5 million miles and never have, you know, like they're not built like that anymore. So, you know, like I said, I got this one warrantied up to about 750, and when it gets to about 750, I'll probably be looking at getting a different one. Probably rinse and repeat, get one 300,000 to 400,000 miles, get a good warranty on it to 750, turn it and burn it. Titan in the house. What's up, Titan? Says, what's up, man? Not much. Fueling Diesel in the house. Got a couple new people. I don't know if I've ever seen you guys in here or not. I appreciate you coming in. Subscriber base has been growing very good. Thank you, everyone, for that. That last video I put out is getting a lot of views and getting a lot of subscribers off of that. You know, when you make $9,600 in a week, that draws a lot of attention. People want to know how you did it, and you know, I try to show it. You know what I mean? Like, Yeah, I try to show it. If you've got the dedication and you've got the will, and you're willing to work as much as I do, you can do it. You can't expect to make big money and not put risk in the game and not put a lot of work in the game. If you're willing to put dedication, work, and a little skin, as in a little financial, little risk, you can make good money. But you can't you can't half-ass it on those, just to be short, not to be rude, but you can't come in half-ass and expect to make big money. Like, you got to be willing to go all in. But yeah, appreciate you coming by. Fuel and Diesel, good content, worth watching, even with the bad signal. Yeah, man, I got AT&T. I'm shopping a new phone right now. I got to get back to Verizon. This AT&T is garbage. I mean, I'm like, I'm right outside of the city of St. Paul. I should have impeccable signal. I am streaming this off my hotspot, but that shouldn't kill, that shouldn't kill it. Let's see here. Froglid 28 mics. I believe you mean 28 likes. Yeah, 28 likes. I believe that is an all-time record for recent videos. Appreciate everybody hitting that like button. Like I said, if you haven't hit it, get in there and get after it. And subscribe if you're not subscribed, or at least think about it. Paul Harris says Super Trucker Dan uses a generator and his blows oil on the ground. Okay, yeah, that may be who I was thinking of. Like, I just wonder if that smells. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because, man, for guys that don't want to idle and they got their windows down or they got their vents popped, that is rough. But I like Super Trucker Dan. I watch his stuff. Paul Harris says, what it on a flatbed? What? Oh, sorry. Here we go again. Can't read. Was it on a flatbed? Patrick Bonner, until next time, stay safe, cash, and keep her lit. Yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody coming by. I'm going to hop off here. Paul Harris says, the freeze ups tonight, your face is freezing and the voice is coming through. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that bad signal. Biscuit C says, my Cascadia has a temp sensor in the bunk to the left of the controls, but I have OptiIdle. Yeah, that's for the OptiIdle. I've got a little sensor on my bunk heater. How is the OptiIdle in the Cascadias? I've never had it in a Cascadia. I've had it on the International. I did not like it on the International. Yes, the reefer. Okay, that's what you were talking about. Patrick Bonner says, is that your phone overheating on the dash? Yeah, probably. That's why my signal's so bad. I got it charging. Let me unhook it from the charger. I got it charging, and once I get about an hour into the live, the phone starts getting so hot that, I could cook a grilled cheese sandwich on it, so that's a thing. Let's see, Patrick Bonner, yeah, that's my phone. Jerry rocks. I switched to, thanks for coming in, Jerry. See, I switched to Verizon, so much better. Yeah, I got duped into switching to AT&T because the kids wanted a certain phone, and I went with it, and I am in misery because I ordered this phone off the internet because I thought this phone could do Verizon, because this phone is supposed to have a dual SIM card. Come to find out, this phone is made for Mexico, and Mexico doesn't really do Verizon type cell towers, so I can only use this phone on AT&T. It's a hunk of garbage. All right, guys, I really got to get off here now. That was them calling me, telling me to back into a door. So yeah, we're out of here. I appreciate everybody coming by tonight. Let's see. Is your phone's memory close to full? No. It just runs hot. These lives are hard on them because it's trying to process all the video immediately, and the screen's on. I have to turn the brightness down or the screen gets ballistically hot. Yeah, it's a signal. Anthony Drummond says, do you watch the Freight Waves news for updates as far as what markets are doing? No, I'm not a fan of Freight Waves. I don't really like Freight Waves. I got political biased. Yeah, grilled cheese. Now you're hungry. Sorry about that. All right, guys, take care. I'm going to get off of here, get back into door 41, get this load, and get down the road. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Anthony Drummond, thank you for the super chat. You're the man. Bye-bye, everybody.